Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water, and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become one way or another. final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final9Comic.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo, or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker felt. So go there now with the promo code HOKE, that's HOKE, for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember Hoke. Now go gear up. Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit BlindSquirrelApparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel Apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to The Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
Okay, and we're back live here at the World Series of Poker. I'm your host, Mark Hoke. Joe is just grabbing some drinks for the team, so he'll be here in a minute, and I will be kind of wait to break that news coming up here about what happened at the Venetian last Saturday for the ladies event. So that'll be a little interesting discussion. And I saw our broadcast had briefly cut out there for a minute, so I do apologize for that. Unfortunately, sometimes we're at the mercy of the internet gods, and occasionally they show no love. But, oh, well, what are you going to do? But, hey, thanks for being with us here. Of course, we're live here at the World Series of Poker. Broadcast daily, 1 to 3 and 6:30 to 8 p.m. here on markhokeshow.com. And, of course, we've got KLAV, 12:30 a.m., our Wednesday show. And, of course, no day show on Wednesday. But we'll, of course, be on KLAV. Chris Moneymaker will be our guest on Thursday, or Wednesday, so make sure you join us for that. And coming soon, we're going to be announcing our date. We might have had to move it up a couple of weeks, but we will be on KBAD coming up here, AM 920, home of the NBC Sports Network. So make sure you check us out there and give them a follow a while and keep up with us. Of course, you also follow the show on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, on Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. We would certainly appreciate that. Joe's taking his good old time getting back here. So we're hanging on for that, but yeah. So of course, I don't want to really get into it until Joe gets back. So we're gonna hang on. But hey, we want to thank a lot of our great sponsors of the show. So many companies joined together to help make us a part of this World Series, and we want to thank them all. Good friends at Arctic Blue Cooling Towels. Make sure you go to arcticblu.com. Man, those cooling towels will just wet them down with cold water. They hold that charge for up to 5 hours. When you're in the Rio, they hold overnight. So pretty good stuff. Check them out at arcticblu.com. 15% off plus free shipping with the code Mark Hoke Show. Our good friends at Team Poker Joker, available in the WSOP stand. Plus, we've got some hats over here for you, too. So say hi to the boys at Team Poker Joker. 10% off with the code Vegas Hoke. And Joe's bringing back the drinks, everybody. It's another shot of Pepsi. Just keep them coming, baby. I'm going to need them. And
I just went and got us some drinks.
And spilling them all over the place, too, by the way.
Too, but, we Dutch boy, who's a friend of the show.
Yeah.
Who won a bracelet.
Uh-huh.
And who had a little bit of a legal
issue
with your buddy.
We have not commented on that yet on the show, actually.
Okay, I'm not going to comment on it.
Too much. But
I just was informed that the Rio is holding his money up.
Yeah, they are.
Wow, that's kind of shitty.
We have, I've been kind of staying away from reporting that because I know pretty much all about what's happening there. But I wanted to wait until the story was kind of completed out and with legal proceedings going on. I really didn't want to touch it.
Okay, we won't touch it.
But just to touch on it, I guess real quick, we'll mention.
I'm sorry if I brought something up where I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, that's okay.
Live radio, baby.
But the Mason Malmuth filed a what's the word? A garnishment,
injunction,
garnishment
lien
order
to
hold to get his $67,000 from the lawsuit on the day of which he actually served to Dutch before the final table. Right before the final table. He still came out and won the tournament. But that's a good way to get your money back by trying to mess with the head of a guy that's winning the playing the tournament. That was smart.
That's kind of shitty. Do you regret now putting this POS on the show?
It showed he was kind of an interesting character. But anyway, it is what it is. But
I'll probably post something on 2+2 and get barred. But
yeah, probably. But there's more to that story going on, and right now, other than that, per confidence of Dutch, I don't want to.
Okay. I just
go
was told
too far
as I was walking down the hallway.
Yeah. So, but I guess that part is public knowledge. But there is much more going on behind the scenes. So yeah, Dutch hasn't gotten any of his money yet.
Well, why wouldn't they?
I don't know.
No, but if they know the specific amount that has been ruled on, whatever, why don't they just release everything up to that amount and just hold back that amount that's in question?
It's a good question, isn't it?
Really good question.
It's a really good question.
Why hold the guy's money up like that?
I don't know, but it's a mess. But I can tell you that when all the dust settles, all the legal wranglings are done, we will get you updated on everything that is happening with the surrounding that Dutch Boyd story.
Okay. I'm sorry if I.
Oh, it's okay.
Opened up a can of sardines.
No, I think you just twirled it a little bit. You just
shook it up a little bit.
You put the key in, and you kind of flipped it open to take a whiff.
I shook up the soda bottle before it was open.
Yeah. So, But yeah, there's a lot going
I
down.
I don't like hearing stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't either. It's
You want to serve him. Wait till. I mean, he's not going to get the money immediately. He's at the final table. Don't try to screw with the guy's head when he's supposed to be playing.
Just don't worry about it. Well, speaking of screwing with somebody's head, we've been having a lot of that at the World Series, haven't we? A little bit of shaky journalism going on, rumors, innuendos.
Shaky journalism. Wow. Somebody's been watching our show.
People coming up with all sorts of stuff going on that's not happening.
Like what?
Well, we had the Lissandro and Brandon Camps who got in a fist fight. That never happened.
Not true.
Not true. Even though that rumor got started and got reported in a few sources.
Got a unwarranted penalty.
Incorrect.
Not true.
Not true, as we reported later that day after we did a little research.
Mark Hoke is going to leave $10 million on the table. Smart move. Not true.
That's true.
Along with
That's
Nate.
true.
I gotta talk, what's wrong with the two of you guys?
Well, that's the way it goes. But we have, of course, on Saturday, the Twitter sphere got all fired up.
Saturday, the longest day of the year, by the way.
Yeah,
June 21st.
And it got longer because reports came out that a transgendered player had been barred from the ladies' event at the Venetian last Saturday. It's, obviously fueling more fire to the boycott Venetian situation, more hate, more bad public relations for them. I know I saw some people firing off on Twitter that, like, this is unbelievable what the Venetian's doing. These guys are terrible, blah, 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 blah.
And the room is still packed.
So instead of just jumping on the rumor mill, you know what I did?
You went to the transgender clinic.
No.
Okay.
I can't say I've been down there.
Okay.
I emailed a couple of people at the Venetian.
You know people at the Venetian?
I do. And I said, hey, what's going on? I heard about this. What's up?
Brandon, you may want to stop by before you go play today.
Yeah.
Every time you come by the booth, you get on a heater. Every time you've stopped here, you go on a heater. So good. Good luck to you. No 20 courtesy flushes today? No 20 courtesy flushes today?
Thank God. Yeah, we had to bring.
All right, bud. Good luck.
Yeah, we had to bring that up. Right in the middle of this breaking news.
We were talking about him yesterday.
Yeah.
Speaking of transgenders.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We're never going to get to this story. Kenny Einer is here, by the way.
What's doing, boys?
Nice shirt.
Randy's doing good. He's right behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 40-something. All right, bud.
Nice.
We're in the middle of a breaking news
Seriously, legitimate breaking news story.
What is the story?
About what's going on at the Venetian. If I could ever get to it, I'll tell him. That Joe interrupted me every time.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, that's okay.
We had Brandon walk by.
It's all
Kenny
right.
Heiniger.
It's all right. Brandon had a panda shirt today, by the way. So I got in touch with Kathy Raymond, the
you
person
went right.
who
You went right. You didn't just
no,
go
I
to
went
a
and I
source.
I went.
You went right.
I
to
went
the top.
higher too. I went higher too.
Really?
So I went to Elaine. I never said Chivarales, who is handles the PR for the Venetian. She's got a lucky job. And said, "Hey, what happened? What's going on?" Because of course they were banging away on people on the tournament director staff and everybody else. So I asked a question. I took the time. Said, "Hey, what's up?" So I get an email back. Just got it on about 10 minutes before the show.
Oh, cool. And you sent it out on Saturday.
Sent it on Saturday.
That's not bad. They're pretty easy.
Got the answer. So here it is. So here's the official statement.
Is this an official Venetian press release
yes,
statement?
this is the Venetian statement that I have, coming from Elaine Chivarales. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. If I'm wrong, Elaine, forgive me.
To email you back.
Here's the Venetian statement. Okay, so you ready? Are you ready for this?
Shoot.
These evil Venetian people, these horrible
wait,
Venetian people.
Hold on a second now.
They're
nice enough to respond to you. Now you're calling them evil?
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, you're being sarcastic. Okay.
I'm being sarcastic. These horrible Venetian people that would dare bar a transgendered player from a ladies' tournament.
There's more to the story, isn't there?
Statement, quote, "A male player registered for the ladies' event wearing an outfit and a wig. When approached to discuss the situation, he informed the Venetian tournament staff that he was a male and that we could not prevent a male from playing a ladies' event. This player did not try to pretend to be transgender. He openly stated to the tournament staff that he was a male. Based on these facts provided by the player himself, the decision was made to refuse service. This player was also confirmed of playing in other events as a male. Our job is to provide all ladies in our ladies event a safe, secure, and fun environment. At no time would we bar a transgender player. The tournament staff did what we would do to any male trying to play a ladies event: refuse service and invite them to play in an open event. End quote.
Okay.
All right. So
safe environment. So are they? Is the Venetian trying to say that? I congratulations. Is the Venetian trying to say that if there's 80 women in a poker tournament and one male shows up, that provides a non-safe environment because there's a male in the room?
I think they're just, it's a ladies event. They just want
to. I wonder what Alan Kessler would
because
think
there's
about
no
that.
disruptions or anything like that. So
about the Venetian barring that guy. Well,
the Venetian barred a male. It was not a transgender
wasn't
person.
a transgender person on the ladies event.
There's no legal recourse to do that. They can't stop somebody.
I didn't think they could.
Well,
they really can't.
Well,
say
whatever
the
they.
same.
Not on the sex one.
See that?
So
Alan knows. You know, if you want to know something, ask Alan.
Well,
he knows.
You can't bar
So
somebody. You can bar somebody for not being the right age for a senior tournament, but you can't have a male-female tournament.
So
they do.
Well.
And
That's what they. Well, that's what they did. So what they did, just so we clear, I mean, because there was a lot of uproar amongst women, and of course in the lesbian gay community about this in
but it's
poker,
not true.
that a transgender player was barred. That was
Not
not
true.
the case. And in fact, they decided to protect the ladies and
Alan,
the
I know
integrity
you
of the
like to
ladies
play a
event
lot of
and
tournaments.
keep this man out.
Have you ever played a women's event? Okay.
No.
All right.
The guy's a goofball.
Nice, 2 catches already.
So there you go. So everybody can chill out on that one.
You know, we
if
just provided some good luck for Alan. Anybody that comes by the show who's in the tournament usually goes on somewhat of a heater.
They did something at Nisha which I really liked one time.
Oh, he
Went out to his car to use drugs. Got caught in the parking lot.
Lot.
And they barred him from the tournament.
Yep, there you go. See?
Okay, see that?
All right.
Good luck today, Alan.
That's a whole different scenario than the women.
Alan Kessler always
Yep,
has
there you go.
some sort of breaking news.
There is a controversy about that because there are a lot of people that feel that the way current laws are written that they made a change to that and they're covered on it.
I don't
but
think,
it's not.
I don't think there should be a tournament. What would women feel like if there's a tournament that said men only?
They'd be fired up.
Absolutely.
They'd be fired up. But you know what? If we're gonna have a ladies event, great. Then don't be a guy. I hate when guys enter ladies events. It's stupid.
I think a lot of them just do it on either they lost the bet, on a dare.
Well, it was part of the reason that they changed the rules over here and made it a 10K buy-in. You notice that no guys entered the ladies event last year when they made it a 10K buy-in for men and
because
offered
they
women a
knew
90% discount.
Which I believe is some sort of discrimination, sexual discrimination.
No, it's like happy hour rules. It's like
women,
a happy hour. at a
Women
bar.
drink free from 6 to 8. Yeah,
exactly. It's the same kind of thing. That's why they did it that way. They made sure that it was framed within the law to be safe. But yeah, so
I don't think there should be any tournaments that say who can play and who can't play.
Yeah, well,
You got the money, you can play.
can I enter the seniors event?
Can you what?
I want to enter the seniors
Well,
event.
according to Alan, you can't because it is an age-restricted event.
Well, see, what's the difference? But anyway, so there's your statement from the Venetian. That is what happened over there.
And we thank them for being very prompt.
You
in
bet.
responding to you.
That is great that they got back to us and let us know exactly what happened in that situation. So no transgendered players were barred from the Venetian ladies event.
Do we know who initially tweeted out that a transgender was barred from the women's
There
event?
were a whole bunch. I actually favorited the tweet at some point. I'll find
people
it.
just retweeting and
and banging away.
And
So, yep. So
transgender banging away. There's something to be said about that.
So there's
I do want to make a point about, you were talking about this email that you got from the Venetian, and people walk by, and we kind of get sometimes not sidetracked, but we're pretty much doing the show impromptu, so to speak.
Correct.
And, most of the times throughout the rest of the year, we do the show in a vacuum, so to speak, in a studio where no one's going to walk in unexpectedly, walk by. So I think we have to. I don't say we because I'm usually the one interrupting you. I think we have to adjust or learn to adjust to doing live remote radio shows when you have personalities that you might not be able to get to sit down with you on a scheduled point, but if they're walking by and they got a free 5 minutes or they have a thought or something, they should be able to interject that, because the Venetian letter, and not that we're taking anything away from them responding to you, we can always get to that.
Yeah,
We might not be always get to Kenny Einiger or Brandon and find out if he had 20 courtesy flushes on the way to the championship event today. He said that, not me. So
I know he did.
This player of the year? You think that's the player?
George Danzer, everybody. Hey, what's up? Look at that guy.
See, again, it's
He's double fisting, by the way.
Situation where you know.
Yeah.
We were talking about something. We stopped. George Danzer.
Yeah.
We should have this rotating camera, so we could be saying right now, hey,
let's get the money together.
Hey, Phil Helmut.
Hey, everybody. Well, let's get some
hey,
great some.
Hey, Antonio Esfandieri. Hey,
let's get some.
Hey, President. I don't know. I wasn't gonna say President Obama.
Reagan.
Yeah, that would be. You know what? I don't think anyone would believe that would be a good story. That would be breaking news.
Yes, it would. Just like Donnie Peters walking by. We get excited when Donnie's.
Rodney, how are you, sir? How are you good? See, that's what I mean. Impromptu stop-bys. This is what we're talking about.
I know. It's fun.
Are you working? Oh, the poker room. Okay.
All right.
Good job.
There you go.
That's why I love doing live radio, because I'm kind of an impromptu kind of guy. I believe that I can be quick-witted, So I apologize if I inadvertently interrupt you sometimes, but sometimes things come to me that I think need to be addressed immediately.
Squirrel.
So we're okay.
Yeah.
You're okay with my
I'm not mad, no.
interjection. Chip leader.
Matt Glantz leading the way.
Good luck.
Big man.
Good
There
luck
you go.
today, Matt. Hey, see what I mean?
There's Michael Mizrachi. Mizrachi's gonna win me a bet. He's gonna win me a bet.
He's got $1 on you.
I got a buck on you, buddy. Yes. Oh, I'll do it 2 right now. I'll go 2.
Yeah, you want to double again? Looking to take the edge on me. He's got chips, and you want to double the bet.
Just walked by and said I should have doubled the bet.
Well, but that doesn't mean we're going to double it. But you're like, well, yeah, let's double the bet.
You want to buy
out?
out?
No. Just as quickly as Negreanu lost the chips, he can get them back. And he says Negreanu claims this is his tournament.
This is Mizrachi's tournament.
Well, let me ask you a
It's
question.
an even year. It's Mizrachi's tournament.
If they both make the final table, it's a push.
Do you want to add a stipulation into it while we're on the air? Would you like to do that?
You mean something that's
a tiebreaker?
A tiebreaker.
If they both make the final table, it's up at the $2 and on who wins or who finishes ahead.
Okay, that's a bet.
Okay, done.
This way, if Daniel makes the final table, he's going to have some chips. So yeah, I can live with that bet.
All right,
I can live with that adjustment.
That's
caveat to the bet.
Yeah, because we couldn't do a last longer on them because you never know. But actually, we kind of do with this one when you think about it.
Why is that?
Because everybody stays on top of this. There's not that many players in the tournament, so they actually track everybody on this.
It's like 80 something, I think, and they're down to like 78, I think, or somewhere in that area.
Yeah, but of course, more registrants coming in today, and the players.
You want to do an over and under
table.
And how many people registered late today?
I want to look at that number from last year because
I think it was 144 last year.
Was it that many?
Yeah, I believe it was one. I believe it was 144.
Well, let me. Because I know there was an update, but I can always go back to the 2013 World Series information, and if I can find it, there it is, the 44th annual World Series of Poker. Let's take a look. Where is that? It's here somewhere.
I don't think it was as late last year.
Poker Players Championship event 55 from last year. I don't know why my. Now that was cute. Thank you, Mr. Computer. Jeez, so you got to be kidding me. All this to get a number. It seems like too much, Joe. 44th. Okay, so here's what we're going to do on WSOP.com. We click on 44th Annual World Series of Poker. We go to event number 55, the Poker Players Championship, and we click select. Here we go.
144, right?
Here we go. So let's see. 132. I thought the number was a little.
Okay.
So 132. Matt Ashton is your defending champion. Yeah, John Hennigan walked by. He finished third in that thing last year. Danzer was fifth.
Solid player.
Min Lai was on that table, too. Min Lai, everybody.
All right, so 132, and this year they have so far?
There were 85 registered yesterday. So we'll see.
Okay.
That's gonna be close.
Over under 90.
Over under 90?
Yeah, in other words, are they going to get 5 late registrants?
Oh, absolutely.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. No
Really?
question in my mind about that.
Wow.
Yeah. How many kids were out drunk at the at EDC? Come on, you think I can't pick up 5 from that?
50 grand?
Yeah, absolutely. Those crazy kids are out there.
Okay.
All right, let me see if we have any updates. Nothing. Table draw. I don't even know if I want to hit the table draws. I mean, it's a good time killer.
Yeah,
but we're well. Let's take a look at them. Let's get a commercial break in because it is 2:00. So I want to hit a top of an hour break.
And while we're doing a break, I'm going to go in the room and get an update on event number 45.
Okay, sounds good. So let's step away for a couple minutes, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Show. We're going to break down the 50K championship. So stick around, everybody. We will be right back.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo, or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker fell. So go there now with the promo code HOKE. That's HOKE for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember Hoke. Now go gear up.
When it comes to custom poker tables, why would you buy something someone else designed and even named for their sales or marketing purposes?
The Nighthawk, the Gambler, the Big Slick, the Nuts.
Sure, you can customize it if you want, as long as you choose between black, red, or even green cloth, but that's about it. When you choose to play off tilt, it's not just another table, it's your table. The same price gets you a fully custom designed table that reflects your style and game. Off tilt makes it easy to design a truly one-of-a-kind custom poker table that'll give you home table advantage. Sure, Off Tilt could name their tables for marketing purposes, but why? It's not ours. We don't play on it. And to be honest, there are over 1,000 named Off Tilt tables worldwide, including the WSOP, the Deep Stacks Poker Tour, the Jonathan Papelbon, as well as Julie's, Chris's, Scott's, Amber's, Tristan's, just to name a few. So let us add your name to the list and deliver a truly custom-crafted, furniture-quality poker table worthy of your game. Visit www.offtiltpokertables.com or call Brian Knott today at 262-490-3812. We'll show you why Off Tilt is the only way to play.
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at DoubleDigitCovers.com. Stop guessing and start winning today at DoubleDigitCovers.com.
Call now for today's free winner. 1-855-489-2700. That's 1-855-489-2700.
At Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become one way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final 9 Comic.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water, and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, everybody, we're back here on the Mark Hoke Show. We are live here at the World Series of Poker. Getting it right. That's what we do around here. Joe is checking out his buddy. He's playing in event 45. He should be out in a little bit. But yeah, so of course, if you missed it, breaking news that the player that was barred from the Venetian Ladies Tournament was not a transgender player, but actually a guy in a dress and wig, and was asked to kindly go play an open tournament, as there are many options for players. Maybe not wearing a dress and a wig, though. Got to say that. But once again, thanks to the Venetian for getting a statement out on that. We do appreciate their candor and honesty as they go through a very interesting time. But quick outreach, ask a question, get an answer. That's what you do. All right, so let's once again we'll have Joe coming back here in a little bit. But we want to take a look at that table draw on what's been going on here at the World Series with the 50K Players Championship. That event is just restarting, and the ante-only tournament is on break. So That's, it's not a whole hell of a lot happening today, to say the least. But let's take a look at your current seat draws for Table 2. Of course, this is before we get to anything else happening. Nolan Dalla over there, everybody. He's doing his thing, buried in a phone. Okay, Table 347. This one features Frank Casella. Seat 2 is empty. Randy Ole in Seat 3. Jason Mercier in Seat 4. He's at 217. I'm sorry, Ole's at 172. Seat 5 empty. Seat 6, Ismail Bojang. And Seat 7 is the Dealer's Choice champion, Robert Mizrachi. So look at that. Hey, a Mark Hoke Show shirt. There you go. Gotta love that. They're popping all over the place here. Just wait till the main event. No one's going to get away without Iron one. Seat Table 348. 5 players currently listed on that table. Phil Ivey is in seat number 1, but he's short stacked down to 68,000. Seat 2 empty. Seat 3 is Bill Chen. He's also a little bit short stacked down to 100,000. Gary Benson 232. In seat 4, Matt Ashton in seat 5 at 263. 6 is empty, and John Monette, the ever dangerous one, actually lost a few chips. He is down to 107. Seat Table 349. That one is featuring Nick Schulman in seat 1. Seat 2 is empty. Seat 3 is David Baker. Seat 4, Richard Ashby. Seat 5, Andy Block. And Seat 6 is Bryn Kenny. Seat 7, vacant at the moment. Table 350, David Chu is at 225. Sean Deeb at 282, one of your chip leaders. Josh Aryeh is in seat 4 at 201. And Matt Glantz, the chip leader, there in seat 5 at 324,000. Chris Bell is in seat 6, a very good mixed games player there. And Scott Clements in seat 7, 243. So this is that's a pretty intriguing table, and they've got some chips to play around with a little bit too. Table 353 featuring James Obst in seat 1. Seat 2 is empty. Seat 3, Abe Masari. Seat 4, Kevin Song. Seat 5, Alex Leno, who is your table leader at 273. John Racner in seat 6 in some trouble at 34,800. And Jesse Martin is in seat number 7 at 118. Table 354, Paul Volpe in seat 1. His draw today will be seat 2 empty. Seat 3 is Scott Seaver. Seat 4 is Ophir Moore. Seat 5, Jeremy Osmus. Seat 6, Stephen Chidwick. And seat 7, Michael Gorodinsky. And Volpe, actually, the only guy that's above the starting stack on that table. Pretty interesting. But Gorodinsky's down to 11,500 chips. 355, Talal Shakurchi is in seat 1, 227,000. Actually is the table leader. Seat 2 empty. Seat 3 is Daniel Lai. Seat 4, Chunli Zhao at 137. Jared Blesnick at 123. Calvin Anderson having a great World Series. Has a bracelet to his credit this year. He's at 89.3. And Alan Kessler starts the day off ahead a little bit. He is at 210,000. We go to table 356. Chris Klodnicki, guy who bangs heads with Matt Glantz in those East Coast mixed game tournaments all the time. He is in seat 1 at 138. Seat 2 is empty. Seat 3, George Danzer at 137. Bryce Yaki is in seat 4, 144. Brock Parker is in seat number 5 at 182. Todd Brunson, seat 6, 169. Alexander Kostritsian is in seat number 7 at 144,000. Table 357, the ever dangerous Mike Leah in seat 1. He stands at 115. Seat 2 is empty. Seat 3, Don Wynn at 131. Seat 4 is David Oppenheim at 92. Mike Wattell in seat 5, 62,000. Brian Hastings is in seat 6 at 187. And David Benjamin, good start for him. He stands at 246,000. Table 359, David Singer, short stacked and trying to hang in there at 63,000. Faces off with Philip Sternheimer in seat 3, 161. Eric Lindgren's at 125. Sergei Rabchenko in seat 5 at 137. And John Hennigan at 188 is that table's leader. So not a lot of chips on the table and short at least 2 seats on this one. Seat 360, Ilior Sion at 126. Seat 2 is empty. Seat 3 is Elke Bertrand Graspalier as he brings in 127,000 chips on his end. Brian Tate at 103. Dan Heimiller, with 245 is that table's leader at the moment. Steve Bilirakis at 205 and Daniel Negreanu at 108. Table 361 features Luis Velador, 36,900, so he's in a little bit of trouble. 2 is empty. David Bach at 112. Ben Yu at seat 4 is at 227. Jonathan Duhamel at 237. Tommy Hang, of course, won his first World Series bracelet about a week and a half ago. He stands at 74,000 in seat 6. Seat number 7 is the 2005 main event champion Joe Hashem at 208. As he tries to chase down that elusive second World Series of Poker bracelet. Hard to believe he hasn't won another event. 362 is Bruno Fatoussi in seat 1. And it looks like all the seat 2 is empty right now. Seat 3, Jeff Losandro is at 84,000. Ellie Alezer in seat 4, 239. Marco Johnson is in seat 216, or seat 5 at 216,000. Brian Rast at 164. And Booster J, Justin Smith, is at 95.6. In seat table 363, Brandon Shaq Harris has now gotten into this thing. He is at 130. Has gotten in there. He's at 132. Seat 2 is empty. He is enjoying a day with Phil Hellmuth at 116, Melissa Burr at 127, Michael Mizrachi 254, Dylan Lind 303, who is in second in this tournament right now, and Ola Amundgaard sitting in seat 7, 210,000. So just looking at those table draws, honestly, I know you kind of missed that, Joe. Yeah, but
okay, go ahead.
But these they've got these. It's interesting. A lot of these tables look like they've, in terms of the player talent, have kind of balanced out a little bit. So that's
just
good.
random.
Yeah, I mean, but you're breaking down those tables, and we have an elimination, by the way. We'll get to that in a second. Let me look here. So table 1, I mean, you got Casella, Mercier, Ol, Bojang, Robert Mizrachi, and 5-handed. So I mean, that's it's a decent table. Nothing too horrifying for anybody there in terms of it being out of balance. Ivy's got to get through Ashton, Bill Chen, John Manette. So that's some pretty good names on that one. And the same thing here. You got Schulman, Baker, Ashby, Block, Kinney. Solid table. Nothing that you would look at and say, my God, it's a table of death. Chu, D, Barrier, Glantz, Bell, Clements. A lot of chips on that table, though. Only one player under 200,000 on that table, so that's not bad. So those guys will be getting to battle it out a little bit. 353, Opes, Masseri, Song, Lanu, Raciner, Jesse Martin. Probably, you hate to say a weaker table with these guys, but in terms of your big names,
there is no weak tables.
No. Interesting one with Volpe, Seaver, Moore, Osmus, Chidwick. We would say Gorodinsky, but we'll save that for just a second.
Right.
You got Shakurchi and Alai, Zhao, Blesnik, Anderson, Kessler. Allen may have a good shot on that table. Just a little damage. That's kind of scary, isn't it? Having Alan Kessler do damage. By the way, here's the champ. Ryan Reese. How you doing, Ryan? Hey, you have a minute?
Right now I don't.
Okay.
But maybe next time.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Did you forget his name?
No, I didn't forget his name.
Yeah, kidding. Interesting table here with Klodnicki, Danzer, Yaki, Brock Parker, Todd Brunson, and Kostrichian. But still, once again, a fairly balanced table. Leah, Don Wynn, Oppenheim, Wattel, Hastings, Benjamin. Not a horrible table draw there either. And just the whole way down, you get Singer, Sternheimer, Lindgren, Larchenko, and Hennigan. So nothing, no real tables of death. This one, Bach, Yu, Duhamel, Hang, Hashem, Velador. That one's a pretty good one. But once again, nothing anybody's gonna be, saying, oh my God, this is just like 6 or 7 players of death on this table. You all right, buddy?
No, just still not 100%.
Okay. Well, just don't puke on the microphone. That's all I ask. Please.
Don't what?
Don't puke on the microphone.
Oh, I'm not going to puke.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
I can't believe you asked me if I was going to do that. Well, I'm feeling a little lightheaded today, but it's okay. It'll work.
All right. It's all good. Well, I hope you feel better. Everybody else there does, too. Everybody loves Joe Payne.
Do they?
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
You get feedback on that?
Yeah, generally.
What, from your audience or
Yeah.
people that walk by?
Well,
It was that
the
Joe
people
Payton.
who walk by, they're scared.
No, they're scared of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I add an edge to the show. Sometimes it's a really sometimes it's an edge we don't really want to go to, but I add an edge
know.
to the show.
It's someone like walking with a razor blade between your legs on the bottom. It's not good.
We shouldn't tell Ryan Reese that only 5 people.
I
actually
want
4.
to ask him about that. I want to ask him.
I don't know.
I think that's an interesting question to say. Look, Ryan, we're here at the World Series, and only 5 out of 10 people could say.
And one of
who
them
won
was
the
your
main-
buddy,
and one was a friend. So
are you? Maybe the question should be posed to him: are you intentionally not being aggressive in marketing yourself, or are you just letting things fall the way they? I mean, because I was thinking about when on Wednesday we have Chris Moneymaker on. One of the questions I would like to pose to him is that at one point, was it during the tournament at the final table, or what point after the tournament did he realize what an impact he was going to have on the poker world? Because he really had it's called the Moneymaker effect.
Yeah.
And, it's almost like a famous earthquake.
yeah, it's when you look back on it, 11. God, it's been 11 years. Can you believe that?
Has it been 11, really?
11 years from when he won that championship.
Wow.
And it's funny. I mean, you think about it. What would have happened if Sam Farha would have won that tournament?
One of the questions, I don't know. I mean, another question I want to ask him is, and I was actually there present during that final table. They had taken a break, and Sammy and Chris, and this is being held up in Benny's bullpen upstairs and on the second floor of Binion's, real close quarters.
Yes.
And they kind of went in a little back hallway where the men's room was. And I think Chris's people and Chris himself were trying to broker a deal with Sammy. And Sammy kind of just shooed them away. And I want to ask Chris, did that make him become even more determined and focused?
I actually did ask him about that.
And
bathroom. It was a bathroom discussion. It was a bathroom
while
discussion.
While they were standing by the urinal.
Yes.
Next to each other.
Chris was kind of ticked.
He
was kind of ticked.
I heard about that. I didn't know whether you had asked him that, or I'm sure he was asked that, but I didn't know the Mark Hoke Show had actually asked him that. Yeah, because I had heard the story that they were in the bathroom. I was trying to clean it up a little bit. I had heard they literally was standing shoulder to shoulder at urinals together.
Yes, they were.
And Chris said, "Are you interested in?" I believe it was Chris who initiated. Said, "Are you interested in doing some sort of deal?" And Sammy, with only one hand available.
Thank God he didn't wave the other one.
Yeah.
That would have made it really interesting.
Now, how about if Sammy said yes and he zipped it up and went to go shake Chris's hand? Do you go, whoa? Do you say, let's just wash up a little before we shake this?
Yeah, I know.
No, it's interesting.
Because that would have been a reflex.
Did Chris tell you that he was kind of really...
He was a little upset about how the whole thing went down.
And then he bluffed the nonsense.
And then he gave him the
He gave him the moneymaker.
He did.
Bluff.
He shook his moneymaker on that one.
Now, do you think that was the... Well, because, because of TV now, we know what the hands were. Do you think that might have been the biggest bluff at the main event ever pulled off?
Boy.
Probably not, only because years ago, you never saw the whole cards.
It might have been the most important one in terms of main event history.
How
I mean, there
close
have been some great ones.
And that might have been the real first version of Kill Phil, putting a seasoned pro to the test for all his chips. Because when Blair wrote that book, basically he said a lot of guys that play, they don't want to put any chips in the pot, or a lot of their chips in the pot, unless they have the absolute stone cold nuts.
Yeah.
And Chris put Sammy in that position. If you call, it's going to be for all your chips. And I believe Sammy had a pair of nines. I believe.
He did.
Yeah. Remember the hand right, and Sammy couldn't call, and Chris had nothing.
Zero.
Nothing. He had air. Great. It was a great hand.
Yeah, speaking of, by the chat box, Dwayne Smith, 21, saying, hi, Mark, hey. Or he said, hey, Mark. So I'll say hi. We'll get it right there.
Dwayne, his name is Dwayne 21?
Dwayne Smith, 21.
Well, maybe he's a blackjack player.
I don't know.
Or he's just 21 years old.
Or maybe he just likes number 21. I don't know. But
if you're like the number 21, you're probably a blackjack player.
Maybe it's your football number. I don't know. Or maybe he's 21 years old. I don't know. But But thank
maybe
you.
Maybe he'll tell you.
But hey, Dwayne, what's up? And Casino Examiner, I don't know where this comes
Let
from.
me ask you a question. Does Casino Examiner ever go to sleep?
I think so.
Or is he only up when the show is on?
I don't know. I don't blame him. I'd wake up for the Mark Hoke Show, too. Every day. 1 to 3 and 6:30 to 8 here at the World Series.
Okay.
Plus 3 o'clock on Wednesday at KLAV. And more coming.
You have more breaking news?
Well, no, I don't have any more breaking news at the moment. But
Well,
but this is Casino Examiner. I got to hit this real quick. He says Mark doing interviews in the urinals. LOL. No, I didn't.
No, he didn't do. You didn't do.
No.
A deal was attempted to be brokered in the urinal.
I was nowhere to be found on that, but I did ask Chris about that deal. You know what was really funny, and man, it's too bad I've already hit this topic. But one thing that always got me about the Farha Moneymaker thing was, do you remember a couple of years ago when they did those heads-up grudge matches where we had Helmuth taking on Johnny Chan? I forgot what the second one was, but they had the rematch with Farha and Moneymaker.
And
Chris won. And Sammy got testy. Sammy got testy on that. It was a really that dynamic between those two, because you could just tell how bad Sammy. They were all happy-go-lucky in the first couple of games, but then when it got serious and they went down to the third game.
Right.
Yeah, Sammy was kind of, look, it's time, I'm going to stomp you into the ground now, and couldn't do it. Took it very seriously. And Chris, and I asked Chris about that. Oh, hey, and there you go. Speaking of which, Joel Brunson.
Maybe
is
it's a late buy-in.
He's there he is, soldier, late buy-in. But Chris really noticed that, admitted that he saw Sammy really changed his demeanor in that match when they went to the third game, and Sammy wanted that pretty badly.
Kind of. Excuse me. I think Sammy will never get over a rank amateur. And I'm not calling Chris Moneymaker a rank amateur, but at the time he was.
Yes, he was. I mean, he admits it too. He wasn't very good back then, at least on the scale of where he is now.
And I don't think Sammy didn't come off too well in that final. He came off kind of smug, with the unlit cigarette, kind of like the old time gambler, and he got schooled.
It was the start of the internet kid against the.
And the rumor was that when the rumor was that the night before the final table, Sammy was up till 5 a.m. playing. Sammy's got a little bit of Sammy likes to gamble. And it was I don't know how true that is, and if you've ever had Sammy on the show, I don't know. But the rumor was that he really came straight from a cash game right to the main event final table. So he was not working on at full capacity, so to speak.
No, that's not a good decision. But, I get to a point, it wasn't, it was a big deal, but it wasn't a big a deal then as it is, became in 2005, 2006. Who could have known that that road was going to go? You don't.
Well, this update is not as live as it should be.
Okay.
But when I went inside to check on my boy Randy, they are down to 102 players.
Mm-hmm.
The average ship shack is, excuse me, was 52,600. And Randy has got 47,000, and they got at least, it looks like $2,500 locked up a piece, I believe, somewhere in that area. I kind of scribbled, but I think that's what the next level is. And then the cash levels now are increasing 9 spots at a time. So every time they lose a table, they move up a spot. Well, not really lose a table, but when they lose 9 players, which is equivalent to 1 table, there's a jump in the money.
Well, there you go. Congratulations.
Well, yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm in the cash today. I got a horse running.
Nice.
And unlike California Chrome, if my horse doesn't win today, I'm not going to be yelling that they saved horses to beat my horse.
No comment?
What's the closest racetrack to Las Vegas? Do you know?
No.
Professional, thoroughbreds.
I don't know.
I think it might be Del Mar, which is called Surf and Turf. It's right on the beach.
Okay. Never been
there, but I heard it's a beautiful racetrack. Speaking of racetracks.
Yeah. Hey, and speaking of horses in the race, we got a few more into the Players' Championship.
We do have more. Did we break 90?
Oh, yeah.
We did. Who entered?
Some interesting names in there. Dan Kelly coming off that bracelet win. has hopped in. So he is on the board.
And now we saw Doyle just roll by.
Yeah, that's breaking news for everybody out there. Doyle Brunson is in the house. So I'd have to assume he's going into the 50K.
He was going towards the 50K room.
So we're looking at Doyle Brunson probably registering.
But you don't see his name there?
Not yet. No, this is an update came up just a little while ago. But actually, Doyle, he literally just went by here about a minute ago. So we'll see if he's on board there, or, probably maybe head to the registration area. Dan Kelly is in. We also have another bracelet owner, Alex Billicour, who looks like Billicour, who has got a capital I in his name, according to WSOP.com. Okay. It's now BI.
Because for big.
LOQ, yeah. Not sure what that's all about, but Alex is in there. Lau Berman has joined the party.
Lau Berman.
There's a name for you.
Big cash game
WP
player.
Team. Yeah,
WPT.
Alex Kravchenko has joined, of course, former final tableist.
But we're not going to get to 132.
Yeah, it's not looking good right now, but still plenty of time. Min Lai has gotten in. Min Lai.
I don't know, Min.
That's one of the guy that Dan Negreanu always busted on high stakes poker. Min Lai.
Oh.
Min Lai. He is now in there. Vladimir Shemelev. I believe I can't remember if he won a bracelet or not, but I remember calling the name last year a lot. Shemelev is in there. Andrei Zaichenko has entered. And Eric Wasserson just missed a bracelet this year. Or did he win one? I'd have to go back and look at that. If Wasserson won or not, I'll look at the list. But so we have at least 8 more players in there, and I would assume Doyle didn't come down here to watch. Just a hunch. And I don't think he's hopping in late in the Annie-only tournament.
What's your yes or no? Is Doyle in this tournament, or does Doyle have someone backing him?
Oh, I'm sure Doyle probably put himself into this.
You think so?
Yeah, I would think so.
All right.
He doesn't play that many anymore, so. I mean, he throws $50,000 away to cash game every night, if he so chooses.
Okay.
So yeah,
so he doesn't throw it away. He puts it into action.
2 more names have been added to the list. John Jawanda.
Oh wow.
Has hopped in, and former world champion Scotty Wynn, and of course former champion of this event, is also in there.
I actually was surprised I didn't see him last night, but I guess he decided.
Well, that's the thing with the structure. It really, getting in early on this thing. I mean, I'm a person. Personally, when I play a tournament, no matter what it is, I mean, I want to be there from the start. That's just me. But with this structure, where you're getting 100-minute levels, it really isn't going to hurt. You have 150,000 chips. It really doesn't hurt you that much to not be here for the first half of the first 5 or 6 levels. So so there you go. We'll keep an eye out and see how many more players enter this tournament. One that is going the other direction is Mike Gorodinsky. Came in short stacked, was down to 11,000, and he has the first day 2 casualty. Is Scott Seaver has ended his day. They're playing no limit hold'em, and he got it all in pre-flop with a queen jack. Seaver calls him puts him in with a king 9, king 6 flop, and that pretty much. Well, he did pick up a queen on the turn, but another king. Ends the day for Mike Gorodinsky. He is out of the 50K championship. And not a lot of extra chips for Seaver, considering it was only 11-5. So there you go. So Mike Gorodinsky for your first day 1 casualty.
Day 2.
Or day 2 casualty, pardon me. So 6 players now out of this tournament. And we're, of course, still waiting to see who all is going to show up and hop in and play this thing. Of course, it is the... many players do consider this the most prestigious championship of this World Series, even over the main event. A lot of people really do feel whoever wins this is the best poker player in the world.
I have a feeling, and I do not know whether there's any validity to my feeling or truth. I have a feeling the pros kind of push for this because once after the moneymaker effect, when the crowds for the main event became so big, that wasn't their Super Bowl anymore because now it was going to be very, very hard for them to win this. But if they make a $25,000 event, it eliminates or it reduces the likelihood of large fields. And here we are, a field of maybe barely 100, which is what the main event used to be like.
Exactly. See, one thing that I think would be really interesting would to see, instead of it being an open that anybody can enter the main event, I think it would be interesting to see a qualifying series run for years straight,
where you have to earn
your way into the main event,
similar to the national the
a national championship setup where you would either if you win a tournament or you stock points as you go through in special qualifying events that you could then make it into the main event. I mean, I know it takes away the anybody can win factor, but anybody can still win. You just got to be a little more consistent, to get into that thing. What do you think of that idea?
It's an idea. I mean, I just don't like the fact that money can buy things. Even though I'm the first guy to say I want to take $10 million off the table, I think the big guys, the big players, didn't like the fact that their little sandbox was being invaded by all these internet players.
Right.
And like, we can't have our regular championship, so we're going to just make one 25,000 or 50,000. I think it initially started at 25. Right?
I think so too.
Yeah, and 50. We're going to make it 50,000 and keep all you internet people and new players to the game. This is going to be. We'll decide who the real champion is, and I think that's a little. How do I say it? Snobbish, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to build a sport, and poker's a sport, if you want to build a game and market it, you can't isolate players out of tournaments. And what you're doing by making a $50,000 buy-in is you're isolating players.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's opportunities to satellite into that thing and stuff, but certainly, but honestly, in my opinion, if it wasn't for the television factor, I think that this type of event would be the world championship. Because I really believe that to be called the best poker player in the world, you're not the best no-limit hold'em player in the world. You want to be the best poker player in the world. So you really should be able to cross all disciplines, to me. You should be able to play Deuce 7 triple door. You should be able to play Omaha. You should be able to play stud. I mean, that's always been my my feeling about it, that if you want to be considered the best poker player in the world, you have to be able to play a lot of games as opposed to just playing one. Especially with the volatility of no limit hold'em, and we've seen it. There's players that have come out of nowhere and win the championship. There we go. Bill O'Connell, by the way, from Caesar's Palace. The new room opened up, by the way. Make sure you go check that out. I don't know. I mean, I just don't know if no limit hold'em. I mean, obviously because it's the easiest one to televise makes it, it'd be very hard to disentrench no limit hold'em as the way to determine the world champion. But
I don't think that could ever happen. So they just create an event, make a huge buy-in, and it's going to come a time where you're going to see this buy-in to be 100,000. I'm not saying next year, but there's going to come a time.
I think you should make it 99999. Don't make it 100,000. That trips that 6 digits. It's scary. You know how it goes. The retail thing.
Okay.
But would you rather see, if you could televise it properly, make it interesting, would you rather see a mixed game?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that determines the best player in the world. So,
it's the ability to adjust, change gears. Can you adjust and change gears in a no limit game? Yeah, you can. But the fact that you have to adjust and change strategies, so to speak, based upon the game itself, whether it's a pot limit, whether it's limit, whether it's 7-card stud, whether it's deuce to 7 triple draw. I like that. That's a sign of a true champion. Are you the no-limit hold'em champion? Yes, when you win the main event. But it doesn't say that. It just says World Series of Poker champion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think, I think the one reason that holds up that no limit is the game, though, too. I mean, just to come at it from the other side, is because I think there's a lot of artistry in no limit hold'em. I think you're able to make a lot more creative plays in no limit hold'em than you can, say, if you're playing 7-card stud. If you're playing Omaha or a game like that. While I'm a huge Omaha 8 fan, I love the game. You're much more at the mercy of the cards playing those games than you are playing no limit hold'em.
Well,
you
because
can
because
get
of the
horrible
community
cards all day
because
long,
of the
you can
community
still-
cards.
Yeah.
You know, you're sharing 5 community cards, where opposed to in Raz or in 7-card stud, your cards are excuse me, your cards are totally different than the other player's cards. You're not sharing the ability to make hands based upon 5 community cards on the board. So you're right as far as the maneuvering factor in no limit hold'em, or just in hold'em itself, because the community cards greatly increases that. So
right. So yeah, I mean, so I do see the other side of it, that it is the Picasso of poker games. There's no question about it.
The championship with the multiple games.
Well, with just playing hold'em.
Oh, the Picasso.
It's you have to be you got to be creative. You have more opportunities to be creative.
Okay.
In no limit hold'em than you do in the other games, but I think crossing disciplines is much more of a factor in determining the world champion. So that's just me.
You see more coolers in no limit hold'em than in most games because of the community cards.
Except the freaking pot limit Omaha high-low, but I see a lot of coolers in pot limit Omaha high-low. It hurts. Again, it hurts so bad some days.
Community cards.
Yeah. So yeah, but
and more cards, 9 cards.
Yeah,
as
so,
opposed to 7.
Yeah.
You have to excuse me. I just can't get rid of this tickle in my throat today.
Do you want some cough drops? I've got cough drops.
Do you really?
I do.
I would love a cough drop.
Got that tan bag right behind you there, Joe. We'll send Joe digging for cough drops. That'll be fun. All right, let's see if we've got any more updates on some of these other tournaments happening. And
look at that.
Yeah, got to keep the voice happening there. 3 more players in. Well, actually, 1 more, and we called it. We gave you the news. Doyle Brunson in the house, and yeah, he did not come down to enter the Anioli tournament. He is playing for the Poker Players Championship. So best of luck to Doyle Brunson as he joins the fray in the 50K. How'd you like that? I got fray in the 50K.
That he chose not to come down last night.
Well, it's a 5-day event. I mean,
understand that.
and look what I'll say, look what happened to Doyle last year, as he got into day 5 of the main event. He absolutely wore down, and that was really, I think, the only reason that he didn't continue on. I think he just got tired, and I know that was actually what his daughter said too. That she just saw signs when she was watching what was some of the news streams coming over, that she's like, that's him getting beat. Or he's getting tired. That's why he's losing, and he really quickly went out of that tournament when he was in pretty good position to get to day 6. Just kind of petered out. So I don't blame him for taking yesterday off and saying, and coming in here at the last possible second,
shorten
and shorten his tournament by 24 hours. I mean, that's a pretty good decision on his part. That's why he's Doyle Brunson. He's freaking brilliant. Still like a whip. Okay. All right, so Doyle's in the house. No more updates at the moment.
What table did they put him at? Did they?
Don't know. They just posted that a little while ago, so we'll see what's going on there. Let's take it back to event number. Is it 44? We're looking at 44 here. Yes, event number 44, the $1,500 no limit hold'em event, and the blood is flowing in this one today. Yikes! Started with 15. We're down to 10.
The unofficial final table?
The unofficial final table. So here's where that one is right now. I don't like that though. Well, give me 1 second here. I'll break down who's out. Let's hit who's out first, and then I'll go to these chip counts because they are behind on those. We have out in 15th place, Justin Conley was eliminated. 14th, Alexander Zilligman knocked out of there. Roberto Romanello out in 13th place. And Vinny Pahuja. And I'll tell you what, I thought Vinny was going to be a favorite coming in today. But he is out in 12th, so he will miss this one as he got crippled early in the day, and as he lost a 6s to an that's so sick. This is why the pros go crazy. Here's the hand that it didn't end Pahuja's day, but it pretty much did.
Crippled him though?
McNiff opens the action, raised pre-flop to 32,000 for middle position. Pahuja and Foley both call from the blinds. 6, Jack, 4, 2 spades on the board for that flop. Pahuja and Foley check. McNiff bets 40, continuation bet of 48,000. Pahuja raises to 140. McNiff 3 bets to 340. Pahuja goes all in, and McNiff makes the call. Vinny had sixes, so he had had trip sixes on that set for him. McNiff, ace 3 of spades. So McNiff decided, I'm going to flip for my tournament.
Wow.
On a spade draw with a 1. Pahuja had the lead in the set. Turn, deuce of spades, gives McNiff the flush.
And the board pairs on the river?
No, unfortunately it did not. And bricks out 5 of diamonds. And Vinny thought he was actually out, but he only had 55,000 left.
Wow, which is at that level.
Yeah, which is 10,000, 20,000. Yeah, not so much.
Got beat by a draw, huh?
Yep, beat by a yeah.
Wow.
So that ends.
Now, do you think he can't think he's pushing there with garbage, right?
Man, I don't know. Once again, that's what happens sometimes in these $1,000 and $1,500 events. Crazy things go down. Some guys make some interesting plays, but Vinny Pahuja, probably the best player that was left in that thing, is out in 12th. Mark Wilds has been eliminated in 11th, and McNiff did him in too. As McNiff gets a full house, flopped a set of queens, and that ends Mark Wilds' day. So Evan McNiff, and in case you didn't notice, you said his name a couple times there on whacking some people. Did you see that? Did you happen to notice that little trend?
Nope.
Well, whacking people.
You say that in New York, it's a totally different meaning.
I know. Well, he was whacking people, not death wise, but ending tournaments.
You whack somebody in New York, you're probably not seeing them anymore.
So looking at these chip counts, they're definitely off because they still have Pahuja in the tournament. But Evan McNiff right now is listed at $2.7 million. Second place, Brian Dillon, 910,000.
Wow.
So Evan McNiff
3-1
with those eliminations. Yeah, I mean 3-1.
900,000 and 2.7.
Yeah.
And 3-1.
9 times 3, 27.
That's 3-1.
Oh, I thought you said 2.
No, I said 3-1.
Okay, I'm sorry. I said 2. I apologize.
No, 3-1.
It's okay. We're
I mean, I'm not 100%, but I still know what 9 times 3 is.
What's 9 times 4?
36.
9 times 6.
Oh, come on. Stop. 54. Are we going to go through this, really? You want to go out and count a deck
What's
down?
9 times 4,322,000? Sorry. I had to do it.
4,322,000?
Yeah, times
9 times.
Yeah, exactly. Evan McNiff is a overwhelming chip leader right now as they get ready to head into that final table. 1,914 entries, but 10 left. And the blood is spilling in there quickly.
Can we,
it's like a Game
before
of
we
Thrones
go
episode.
off the air, which we're scheduled to do shortly,
Yep.
Can we take a look at event number 45?
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So I went to 44 first, so I could go to 45.
Okay.
Just for you.
Just for me, baby.
Just for you.
We should be under 100 players.
Let's take a look-see. Listing at 105.
No, that's incorrect.
So they're a little bit behind.
They're a little bit behind. It was 103 about an hour ago. So.
All right. And
see, that's why you need to listen to the show, because looking at WSOP.com is good, but it's not accurate.
Yeah,
it's not up to date.
Did they know Doyle Brunson was in the house before we did?
No. We did, though.
No.
See? That's why you listen in.
Did they know about the Venetian thing? No.
Nobody knew about the Venetian
No,
thing except
that's
you.
right.
Yeah, so.
God, it's good to be me. I win this year. I think I've won the World Series at this point.
But you left the $10 million on the table.
I did leave the $10 million on the table. I'll get it later.
It's gone. You
I'll
can't
go over
have
to
it.
Billy Baxter.
Billy Baxter?
Yeah. I'll be like, Bax, I'm going to win the World Championship. I got to give it $10 million. Let's work a deal.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what you could do on that? You could work the deal with somebody.
Where?
Get the there's some things you could do. I'll get creative. I'll think over the next show.
Okay.
Lily Coletto is your leader in there at 190,000. Jacob Steerley listed in second, 168. Patrick Caruzio at 166. Lauren Klein, 122. And Will Givens, a guy that was on Dutch Boyd's final table. Very good player. Very good player. Trying to make another run here. He is at 115. And I remember, that was kind of a relief to the rest of the table when he went out of that last one because he's a very talented live and online player. But Gibbons is making another deep run. He's at 115. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Speaking of Dutch.
Yeah.
I know this is we're going rewinding here about 45 minutes. I hope he appeals that decision because he did have that website before 2+2 ever came on.
He did appeal. He lost an appeal too.
He did lose the appeal.
Yeah,
also?
he went in twice. So
he ran it twice.
Ran it twice.
Can't run it anymore.
Well, he could. I guess you could take it to Supreme.
I think it's a shitty ruling. I mean, again, I don't know all the facts, but if I have something in my possession and I come up with the name, let's say I come up with the name The Mark Hoke Show, and then you 2 or 3 years down the road decide you're going to name the show Mark Hoke, and you come to me and say, hey, by the way, you can't use that name. I'm like, I had it first.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Again, I don't know all the merits of the case. But
I want to read that decision. I'm going to have to look that one up.
But based upon personalities and getting to know Dutch just shortly and getting to know Mason for the 2 minutes that he graced us,
it was a glorious 2 minutes, wasn't it?
I'm in Dutch's camp.
It was. I mean, the stars.
I think I'm just going to
go. The stars a little brighter last night.
I think I'm just going to go on 2+2 and just start raving.
Okay.
Or raging. Which one is it?
I don't know.
What should I
rage.
do?
I'd rage.
What should I do?
Rage. Raving is what they did up at EDC.
How many different names can I come up with? Because I'm going to get barred probably.
Yeah.
But they'll probably just bar the IP address, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they bar the one. You bring a laptop down here. It's going to be a different IP address.
Oh yeah. Every day does it change?
Yeah, it might. Who knows?
Wouldn't it be funny if you posted something using the Rio IP address and they barred that IP address and no one down here could post 2+2?
That would be funny.
That would actually be pretty funny.
Yeah. That would bring joy to a lot of people's souls. We want to, let's see, Angela, by the way, Angela Prada Moed is in 6th, 112 on there. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite forum other than, I know you don't.
No, I don't. I'll tell you what, I stay off the forums. I really do. If I started going on the forums, it'd get ugly.
You might get a bigger audience.
Because I have opinions.
But
I have opinions.
Yeah, we know that. You might get a bigger audience, too, though. If people start to realize that the show that you provide is not only up to date, but it's got emails from the Venetian. Dole Brunson rolled it in before the WSOP even has it on their website. I mean,
I should have tweeted Doyle Brunson was in. I didn't even think of that. That was dumb.
Bracelet winners. You must have interviewed at the minimum of 15 to 20 bracelet winners already.
Yeah.
And the series is, we haven't even played the main event yet.
Not even close.
Well, we're close, but.
Yeah, we're getting there. About a week and a half. Yeah, so, well, there you go. Who else is hanging around there? Ari Engel's down to 14th. Hoyt Corkins is in the 17th. Max Pescatori's made a jump. Money Max. He's in 18th in that event. So that's
event 45.
That is event 45.
How's, what I got Randy Dolliver at?
Let me see. I will
still 45-1.
Let's see. We're
I know what his chip count is. Well, I did anyway 45 minutes ago.
Still looking. I'm still looking. Let me slide back up. Maybe perchance I missed him. What was his chip count?
I'm not going to tell you. I want you to tell me what WSOP has listed
if I can find him.
They might have him as out.
There's some update. Oh, they just updated the chip counts literally right in front of me.
Okay.
Engel's back up to 5th. Gibbons is in 6th. It's amazing how that works. Johnny Bodden is in
and Randy
in 8th.
And Randy Dolliver?
I am looking.
Amazon right behind us.
Yep. We're on the air. That's all right.
Yes, I guess people must think we're just testing the mic.
Yeah, this is what we're doing.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Hey, I'm just sitting here with a microphone. I just thought it'd be fun to come to the World Series of Poker.
At least you didn't ask us where the bathroom is.
It's all right.
No, go down like the second and third door. It's open.
Yeah, they're usually locked right now.
Yeah.
That's okay.
No, they can't be on break.
No, that's okay. I am looking. I am not seeing. You want to give me a chip count?
I had it when I left the room 40 minutes ago. He was at 47,000.
I'm not seeing the name. Maybe they left him out. He needs to use the MyStack.
MyStack.
You ought to tell him that when you get in there. MyStack it. Alan Jaffrey Schulman there is in 26.
Yep.
So there's your event 45. Sean the Dealer going by the way. Boy, he just gets bigger every day. He just gets bigger every day. That man lifts like a maniac. Poker Players Championship. Last thing we'll hit before we wrap the show up. By the way, this one's going to be in 2 parts because, unfortunately, our recording had temporarily cut out for a moment, just like that long. The broadcast stopped for about 2 seconds.
Why? What happened?
Because the internet here. It drives me nuts. so it'll be in
Maybe
2 parts.
2 + 2 shut us down.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Mac Lance still your leader, 324. Mizrachi has now moved to second at 315. So a nice bump up there. I'm trying to see any movement. Scott Clements picked up some chips. Goes to 243. Elliot Lesra, 230. And boy, I'll tell you, would it be fun to see Elliot Lesra on that final table? He's just so good at the mixed games. It's ridiculous.
How's my dollar bet on Negrano looking?
Let's see.
You're scrolling down too far.
Who?
That's getting me nervous.
Who? Okay, we're past the guys that just entered.
Wow.
See if there's anybody else that added to that list.
He
looks like Roland Israelishvili has
he
entered
had
the tournament.
103,000 this morning.
Sean Buchanan has also entered the tournament, so there's a couple more coming in. Still going down. 72nd. He's at 117.
He's got 117?
117.
So
still a long way to go. Long way to go.
He had less than that this morning, I believe. But
so good for him. All right. So that's where the let me see if there's let me get updates here real quick too, because I want to give you the up to minute stuff real quick. Phil Hellmuth apparently not off to a good start today. Had a little fun with messing around. And that was an interesting situation there with him and Mizrachi on the same table, and Hellmuth apparently went on a little rant. Phil was not happy.
On a rant about?
Apparently. Mizrachi playing, let's see, they were playing, a little Raz. Mizrachi tables an ace-deuce 3-7-9. And, oh, that's rough. Oh.
Did Phil have 9-8?
Mizrachi had a king showing. It was hiding 3-7-9. Hellmuth had 4-8, Jack 10. So I'm wondering what Hellmuth had under there. He must have had, well, it couldn't have been that good if he was 10 high. He lost to a 9 high hand.
Lost to a 9 high hand?
So it couldn't be that good. But got a little mini rant there. He effing kidded me before he mocked his hand and started mumbling. So could be a rough day for the poker brat. Rough day for the poker brat. Let's see. Ivy was hooking it up with Matt Ashton, and Ivy picking up a few chips there. And that's about where it is.
Well, a very interesting, very news-breaking show today.
Yes. Doyle's here. So is the guy in the dress and the wig at the Venetian, not the transgender person.
He's not here. Well, he may be. We wouldn't know, though.
I wonder if anybody's gonna try it again this year.
Here?
For the ladies' event coming up on, I believe that's on Friday, right?
No, because how are they going to get a player's card?
Well, a man can enter.
10,000.
Can enter. It just costs him 10,000.
You're talking. I thought you meant entering as a woman, even though he's not.
That they'll probably do that anyway if they try it. But yeah, it is pretty exciting next couple of days coming up real quick. Event number 51 or event number 50. I'll actually go to. How about we go to event number 48? I'm jumping ahead. Pot Limit Omaha Split 8 or Better starts tomorrow. $1,500 event Tuesday. Only event scheduled on Tuesday. Wednesday, No Limit Hold'em 5K event. So that one's kicking off Wednesday, and then in the evening on Wednesday, 8-game mix. We've got the $1,500 event on that one.
Behind us in this room here. I'll be in a second.
And then Thursday is when all the fun starts. We've got the Monster Stack coming up.
Tell them to come down. Yeah.
On Thursday afternoon, starting at noon. So we'll see. Even though I may be over in another building, but we'll get that figured out. But that's going to be a wild day over here at the World Series on Thursday afternoon. And of course, also along with that event, 10K No Limit or 10K Limit Hold'em kicks off. Friday is the Ladies Championship, along with a $3,000 Pot Limit Omaha tournament. And then we get ready for the big one for One Drop starting next Sunday. So the quietness of the next day or two shall change rapidly.
You think it's going to get busy here starting Thursday?
I think Thursday is going to be a pretty good day.
And you're leaving us Thursday?
I believe I am. I'll double check that. But
you better check with your agent. He's not getting your schedule correct.
Well, I gotta I got a chance to play for the play a spot in the main event for the Hollywood. I'll pull it up here real quick, just to let everybody know if I'm disappearing on Thursday, where I'm gonna be. Let's see. I've got a lot of emails flying around here. My God. That's the fun part about the World Series. I get a lot of Twitterage and all goes
Twitter
to
notifications.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Let's see. Where is that? Da-da-da. I'm looking. I cannot. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the Hollywood Poker Open. And that is the media event. And I'm going to slide down here. Da-da. I swear to God, I've got it. Yep, June 26th. So that is Thursday. Heck. I'm gonna have to find the invitation because I don't know what time that starts.
Okay. Maybe they don't really want you there. They just sent you an invitation.
They want me there.
Do they?
They want me there.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that's going to wrap up our afternoon show here at the World Series of Poker. We will be back tonight. More updates on the Players Championship and so much more going on today. And
I might still be here. If Randy's still in, I might still be here.
Okay, sounds good. So that's going to wrap it up, kids. We will see you here tonight, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it, and we'll see you later on tonight here live from the World Series of Poker. Have a good one.